turn isn't very good. Well, I don't know that it's not very good, but it's not a combo. Oh! I lose fucking 40% because I try to punish from 2 inches away. Okay. What else can I fucking do here? Continue.
Ready? Fight!
Okay, that's a weird. Medium guard high. There's like a command dash. Pressing medium. Okay, that's a weird input. Medium, then guard does a little command dash. Yeah, this is a very specific rhythm to everything. Just frame shit. I don't know. I feel like shit is like overly complicated for the sake of it. Sidestepping didn't work.
Ready? Fight!
Oh, wrong. Yeah, I'm just extra frustrated because I haven't eaten or slept for a good while. But it is, yeah, it's hard to play. It's the thing is like it doesn't seem like it would or should be so hard to play in some weird way. It's hard to explain, but I feel like something about the aesthetic of the game feels like it should be simpler than it is. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of PS1 fighting games and Saturn fighting games that are pretty simple. And that's kind of their appeal, and I feel like I would want that to be the appeal of this. I don't know. Some of the aspects that are kind of complicated are cool, but a lot of it kind of gets in the way of just trying to fucking play the thing. Ah. But I mean, there's a lot of games that if I were to sit down with a friend and we both read a manual or a guide and we learned our characters, it would be a very different thing, you know. Trying to keep an even pace with the computer, you know, that can be frustrating in any game. I mean, it depends a lot on how the AI works. And in some games it's not frustrating, but it still might not be very rewarding if there is a lot to the game and the game just never kind of requires of you. Okay, he punished me on hit in the middle of my string. Okay, remind me to never do that string again, I guess. Yeah, let's do fucking whatchamacallits, dash elbows. It's a good move, actually. Yeah, the like hitboxes are there's a lot of shit like that too. Like, it's one thing for the system to be a particular way, but when like physically the way the characters intersect just doesn't look right. That adds a layer of frustration to it. When it's like when you feel a little bit out of your depth, but you feel like you should at least be able to trust the visuals of what's happening. Then I guess you can't really do that necessarily. Okay. That worked out. Get fucking back turned. Alright. Alright, there we go. Yeah, the mid guard dash move seems pretty good. At least if I land a stray hit, it does decent damage. All right. Once you see this guy. Yeah, I mean, I need to fucking study this thing to get into this. It's not, I mean, messing around with this, mashing buttons, I suppose, isn't, like, obviously the ideal way of learning any fighting game. But a lot of other games, I would say, is a little easier to kind of mash your way through and get something out of. I mean, that's a little harsh. It's not like I'm not getting anything out of playing this, but I definitely feel like I'm not really playing it, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not really engaging with what the game is. Okay, and the strat from the first round does not work anymore. He's dizzy. Okay, I'm supposed to do something there, I'm sure, but there we go. It worked. Nice. Yeah, like the thing is too, like the way this game is so kind of peculiar is even if you guys were able to drop tech in chat, like I don't know if I would be able to make use of any of it because it's not like necessary. I mean, yeah, you could say like, oh yeah, press high, mid, or whatever. But I feel like anything that sets up certain situations or damn, some damage. I barely know how blocking works, you know. It's yeah, kind of tricky. Yeah, so we're in the boss characters now, by the way. Yeah, having to know like exact timings on it's bullshit, honestly. It's kind of why Tekken 4 sucks too. Dumbass just frame shit. It's just like an arbitrary execution barrier that I think doesn't really make things any better or more fun. Will I get any more hits here? I feel like, obviously, you know, it's fine for a game to have difficulty and depth. I shouldn't expect to be able to do everything in the game first try or anything. Of course, you know. But some games I feel like are a little... there feels like there's a barrier to entry to even doing like the basic stuff. Hey, what's up, dude? Thank you very much for the bits. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Like playing something like Virtua Fighter, of course I've played that before, but even when I'm learning, I can usually feel like, yeah, I'm not quite engaging with every system in the game, but at least I understand the, you know, the three-way rock, paper, scissors of strikes, throws, and guard. And I understand high, mid, low, and I understand sidestepping versus guarding versus throws and throw escapes. And whether I understand everything about stances or option selects or whatever else, with those foundations, it's easy enough. But here, I don't know about completely, but mostly without those foundations. I mean, that's cool. I don't mean to like hate on the game, you know, to each their own. And someone is a huge fan of this game, I don't mean to disparage that or say that you're wrong or... I just don't know how to play this game, really, and I wish the game didn't make it... I mean, it's possible that I could learn how to play this game, and if I did, I would fall in love with it. No reason to rule that out. But it's unusual for me to play a fighting game where I feel this kind of confounded and confused about the basic operations. Or, like, certain things that seem on the surface to make sense until they don't. And I guess the other part is, like, when stuff seems weird and you don't understand what's going on exactly, makes it a little tricky. But I mean, I love it for existing, and I love games that are peculiar and off the beaten path. But I think there can be a difference between having a respect and appreciation for something versus enjoying something. Again, I don't mean to be too harsh. It's really not like I'm not enjoying it, but like I said, due to my kind of unfamiliarity and what's the word? Illiteracy, I guess, in the game's rules, it makes enjoying it harder. Like, it's cool to be able to get super deep into something like this. But I can think of so many other games, like, I don't know, Breakers, or Oscar 120%, or I don't know, whatever else, like games like that are, by their nature, so easy to just get into. That's something I really, really enjoy. Always kind of end up fucking back turn. Okay, got lucky there. Or even something like, I don't know, Critical Blow, or I don't know, a lot of games that can be really fun. Desert, I don't know, we once CC'd that game. I felt like I understood that better. But I guess we beat this? Question mark? I don't know. But yeah, I kind of feel on some level, unfortunately, like it saddens me to say this, because on the surface there's so much I feel like I could and would like to love about these games. That the parts that I like about the Tobal games is more hypothetical. It's cool that there's a fighting game with all this shit, like the RPG quest mode, and grappling system is really cool. Love the character design. Playing it, maybe not quite as great. But there we go. That's Tobal 2 completed. Hey, we had like proper CG endings. We haven't been blessed with that in every game we played tonight. But I definitely like this game more than, let's say, Air Guides, which was also Dream Factory's. Got arguably a slightly similar system with the controls, the high, mid, low, and kind of another sort of kind of take on a fighting game. Obviously, that looks a little different. You wouldn't be tricked, I guess, into thinking that's as much of a proper, straight, traditional fighting game as this is, for better or for worse. But I prefer the aesthetic and characters and stuff in this game, probably. And I do think the grappling stuff is awesome. It's just frustrating when you try to punish with a throw and they'll tech their way out of it and you take damage anyway. I mean, Air Guys, of course, has its bright spots too. Well, this has been Tobal 2, and we're not going to bother with the quest stuff because that goes on forever, and it's also hard and weird, especially if you don't understand the game. You know, guys, I'm getting a little sleepy over here. It's 6:14 a.m. We have been streaming for a bit over 12 hours. With the exception of the intermission where I had some hot dogs and we watched Mortal Kombat fatalities. I haven't really had a lot of breaks either. Very, very short breaks. So I'm definitely... Okay, sorry, I just gotta interrupt myself. Nork the Mysterious is a pretty damn good character name. Nork the Mysterious, Emperor Udon, and Mark the Devil. But yeah, it's 2020, not just here, but in most time zones. Maybe some people still are waiting. I guess it's not 2020 in like Hawaii just yet. I don't know. I guess Mark the Devil. Maybe is that like the 1cc only boss character or something? I don't think we saw him anyway. Yeah, I think it's about time we wrap this up. Let's lose some LP. Still waiting for New Year's. Yeah. Hey, 29 minutes. Well, yeah, this is whatever. We don't even have a memory card. Central Standard even. I see. Great way to greet 2020. Tremendous stream. Thank you very, very much. I highly appreciate it. Yeah, dude, even like half of my face is like exhausted from all the talking. I've been like talking nonstop for 12 hours too. That gets a little surprisingly tiring. You wouldn't think that streaming is so physically demanding, but it kind of is, honestly. Yes, it's 2020. This has been a very, very, very fun stream. I really, really like doing these like viewer requests kind of things. It's always fun to have things lined up. You know, looking into way more things that I would like to play that I reasonably have time for, and then not even have to worry about deciding, just letting people decide for me. So this is a format that I'm going to try to look at doing more often, I think. Maybe not 12 hours at a time. But yeah, it's been fun. Fighting games work well. Like we didn't stick super closely to the half hour per game, but reasonably frequently. And usually gives you just about enough time to either clear the game or, you know, give up before you go crazy. Should try doing it at least once a week. We'll see. We'll see. I don't stream much more than once or twice a week, but I have a lot of other shit to kind of get through as well. But yeah, it's been fun for sure. We did a very similar thing for my birthday in September, and we did it now. And I'll say we'll do it more often than once or twice a year in the future, that's for sure. We'll try to do something like this a little more often. Now, fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know, there were two games that I was kind of hoping would come up. Fighters Impact and Rise 2 Resurrection, aka Rise of the Robots 2. I got these in the mail the other day, and I have not even opened them yet. So we're going to have to check those out on stream soon, I think. Also, a little sneak preview. Crazy Climber 2000. Okay, I'm going to unwrap these on some other stream and show them proper. But this looks super fun. It's like a remake of Crazy Climber, which is a classic arcade game. So this looks super fun. We've got these games, and we've got the Super Famicom Gundam Fighter that we never got the chance to check out. We got the Runner's High and King of Crusher. So we've got a little leftovers from recent unboxing streams. I will say, almost assuredly, I will take tomorrow off streaming, or today. You know, I'm going to sleep for a couple of hours and then be completely gassed anyway, hungover probably. But in the next few days, we're probably going to do another stream, look at some of these PS1 games. So that's going to be fun. Yeah, I don't know anything much about development staff or anything, but yeah, Crazy Climber, it's like... it's mechanically quite similar to the original, but you've got these 3D buildings. I'm not sure if you can see the screenshots here. They kind of rotate and you climb around the sides of them. It's Crazy Climber, but in 3D. It's supposed to be pretty good, actually, from my understanding. It might not be, you know, amazing, but a good version of a, you know, classic 80s arcade game, from my understanding. I don't know. We'll find out together soon enough. Because we might have some new folks here, let me drop this here too. I don't typically stream at a very regular schedule. So if you want to get a good idea of when the next stream might be, your best bet is to either join my Discord or follow me on Twitter, where I tend to post whenever I have some inkling on when the next stream will be. I'm on vacation until January 7th, so for the next week, I don't have a lot going on. We'll probably have a couple of streams between now and then. One stream, almost certainly, we'll take a look at some of these PS1 games that I got in the mail that we didn't play yet. We're also going to continue Batman Arkham Origins, which we started the other day, which I've been enjoying greatly so far. For those of you not aware, if you're new here tonight, aside from playing random fighting games and old Japanese stuff, I'm also currently playing my way through every Batman game in chronological order. And we made it pretty far. We're almost done, actually. We're up to Arkham Origins. So that's another thing that happens every now and then at whatever irregular stream schedule I try to maintain. Yeah, G Gundam is the one I have. Gundam Wing is the one that's good. G Gundam is the one that's not good, apparently. But I have it. Do I have it here somewhere? I think so. Yeah. G Gundam. So, yeah, I haven't played this yet, so we're going to have to check this one out, too. Anywho. I think I should wrap things up here before I fall off this chair. Yep, I played through Batman Returns. I own the Japanese, the Super Famicom version. It's a pretty good game. I wouldn't say it's in my top tier of Batman games. Above average, for sure, but not my favorite. If there's a Batman game and it came out before 2013, then yes, I've played it. Yeah, the Game Boy Color Adventures of Batman and Robin, or like the cartoon game, it's not a great game, but it's had some really, really nice graphics. I remember there was a Joker sprite in that game that looked really cool, if I recall correctly. There's definitely a bunch of Batman games that aren't great, but have some cool ideas. If you tune in for another stream, I'll be happy to discuss my impressions of various Batman games. And once we're done with that whole thing, we'll definitely be doing like a wrap-up stream, doing official rankings of every Batman game and all that stuff. And as much as I would like to discuss that even now, honestly, like I said, I'm kind of falling asleep here. So we're going to have to save that for another time. But do feel free to tune in to future streams, whether we're playing old fighting games, PS1 dank jank from Japan, or Batman, or whatever else it might be. Thank you very, very, very much to everyone keeping me company throughout the night. I've had a blast. Seem to have gotten some pretty positive feedback from people in chat, so I hope you guys enjoyed yourself as well. Have a tremendous 2020. Have a delightful rest of the night, morning, day, whatever time it is from where you're watching. If you, like me, have a couple of days off work around this time of year, enjoy that. Take care. Take it easy. And stick around, and I'll send you guys to whoever else might be up online streaming at this time of day, this time of year. Take care, everyone. Happy New Year. Peace.